All right. Hello. I am just in the middle of testing the latest Ecamm for Zoom beta. And Marcus is here already. Hey, Marcus. Testing is fun indeed. It is, if it all works. I don't know if you're up for the challenge, Marcus, of wanting to join me on this Zoom experience just to test some camera placeholders, but let me know in the comments if you are, and I will send you a DM on the Instagram to the Zoom link if you're interested. So let me just grab that a second. Thanks for joining, by the way, Marcus. It's been a while since I've been live. Lots of other things going on. Planning to get back into it again very soon indeed. So this is the latest version of the beta software that was released just a couple of minutes ago. So let me find you, Marcus. Okay, there is the Zoom link. I've sent it to you, Marcus, in the Instagram DM. So let's check it out and get you on as a guest and see if it works. Just going to put that to one side for a second. So many windows open right now. I think that's all hunky-dory. First off, let's get this placeholder sorted out. Hopefully I'm recording this at the same time. I need to check whether I'm recording now. Am I recording? Just recording the broadcast. All right, that's okay. Great. All right. So, two things I need to check is the camera switcher, which I've got the placeholder set, and then let me see if I've got a host and guest scene I have here, so that when Marcus pops in, that should be Marcus. If that's all going to work. Let's put Marcus's name there. Makes it look like it's a proper live stream when it's not. Just a lot of testing, but that's okay. That's what we're here for. 3 people joined. Hello, whoever you are. Let me know in the comments who's joined the live stream. And here is Marcus. Let me admit you, Marcus, to the meeting. Welcome, welcome, Marcus. Hey, I'm going to just put you as a placeholder. I'm going to ask. And where am I going to put you? Where are you going to go? Let me assign to a placeholder. Let me assign you to guest number 1. Boom.
Ta-da! Here we are.
Oh, and you zoomed in a bit. Let me just unzoom you. There you go. There you go.
Perfect.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, good.
Lovely
How are
to
you?
see you. I'm good. I'm good.
That's
Really nice
very
to see
impromptu here.
You are guest list, as Roy says. Roy, do you fancy joining us on Zoom for a giggle? We've got the party started already with Marcus, so you know it's going to be like, we're going to be raging by the end of the evening if you join us as well. Let me know, Roy, if you want to join us. How's your day been, Marcus? You been working today, Monday?
Yeah, working, yeah. After last week where I took a day off because Thursday was a holiday. So, yeah. Not been working for a few days and now back to it.
Back to it. Oh my, I mean, it's always something. How was your weekend? Is it nice weather at the moment in sunny Switzerland?
No, pretty rainy.
Oh, really?
May has been not nice so far.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Sorry to hear that. I thought it'd be like beautiful by now, but
yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there.
You left Marcus in the green room. I can't play day job stuff. Okay, so Roy can't join us. That's all right. You can just join us from afar, Roy. You can see how everything's working. So you went. So there's a few things they fixed. There was a couple of problems with the beta version. One of them was when we were doing the Creative Amplifiers show last week. Thank you for joining us from your hotel room. That was so nice of you.
That was nice. Yeah.
We had some problems where guests were coming in and Mark was trying to assign them to specific placeholders and they were just switching. They were just like, whoa, what's happening? So that's why I was hoping, and thank you for joining, to be able to just test this out. So you went straight into the right guest placeholder, which is good.
Perfect.
So that's working fine. Now, the other thing was, as the show went on, the audio and video slightly got out of sync. For me specifically, and Lisa, when you came in at the end of the show, or towards the end of the show, it looked like your audio was pretty in sync, looked okay, and you were just on your phone, right, in the room. So I don't understand. And but apparently they've fixed that as well. So what I'm doing right now is that's why I'm streaming and going and recording, and then I will look back at the recording later just to see whether it's all going to go horribly wrong.
For you.
There you go.
So now you have a sync point.
You're one of those clapper boards.
Like pros.
Like a pro, exactly.
Yeah.
We pretend to be. But there you go. You're like in your room right now, it's all green. You could easily just put any false background in there, couldn't you? Because you're almost on a green screen, aren't you?
I'm not sure if that would work. Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So what's your plan for your...
My teleprompter is messed up, so
is it?
I'm looking the wrong way.
Oh, you're looking that way. Oh, right.
I guess I just have to restart. And
Is this the Elgato prompter, is it?
Yes.
It's forever.
The display link is messed up, yeah. Who knows?
Who knows? Let me go to 3 guests. So you are sat in that placeholder. I don't know why that is zoomed out. Let me just make sure my guest for you. I'll just change you. Don't worry. A, B, C, D. Or get. just have to walk further back. There you go. Let me just apply that to all scenes. So what's your plan for this?
I'll have to play with this as well. I didn't check out the Zoom integration at all.
It's pretty good. I mean, I just want to. There's a few things I can check as well. So your camera coming. What's your camera coming in at? Ooh, that's interesting. I don't see your camera. Oh yeah, I do. Oh, you're coming in at 1080p full resolution, because I have a Zoom account that has 1080p in it. So you are the super high quality. So that is pretty cool. So do you have any plans for this week for your live stream? You're going live this week, I guess? Again, Thursday?
Yeah, but usually I decide last minute what to do. Then I'm pretty lazy and just hope there is someone in the chat to carry the conversation along.
Right. Just like now with me, because I had not many plans for this stream at the moment. I've been trying to get some ideas together for subsequent streams, but it's not always easy, is it, coming up with ideas and things?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
So you wing it most weeks then, right?
I do, but maybe I should put more effort in it.
It depends. It depends. I mean, your show works, right? I mean, people join, you get in a conversation. So, yeah, that has a verse for itself. Yeah, but I guess could mix it up with some better planned stuff, and then with the informal stuff, just mix it up a bit. Mix it up, yeah. Because I guess you planned. Or you did do some planning for your vlogging videos, you know, where you try to go live every day and things. You had an idea in your mind. Yeah,
I should put one out today, but I guess we're going to miss again. Oh, yeah.
What's that? Are you still planning to go live? Or
yeah, I committed to put up videos, publish every Monday. And,
that's cool.
Yes, today will be a Monday. So in May, I got one of the Mondays I put out a video. But
fantastic.
I think there were a few more Mondays in May. So
there's too many Mondays in May, so don't worry about posting these videos. Oh dear. Hello, Keith.
Hi,
nice
Keith.
of you to join us. Keith, if you're up for joining us on Zoom just as a test, I don't know how long you've got, Marcus. I don't want to keep you too long, but I need to let it run for a little while just to see if it goes crazy and out of sync and things.
I'm happy to hang for a bit.
All we're doing is just chatting, listening to a bit of music in the background, which has stopped working now. There it is. Play a bit of music in the background. So Keith, if you're up for joining us on Zoom, just let me know and I'll send you the link.
The more the merrier.
Oh, Marcus, no. Keith says Marcus has got no video up today.
No.
Oh no.
Oh no, you caught me. Yeah. Okay.
Your audience is saying, Marcus, this is not good enough.
Yeah, I know. So maybe I just take some of this thing we're doing and publish that. No.
Yeah, you could. Why not?
No.
Why not? We're doing Ecamm for Zoom live testing here with Marcus.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. That's it. That's your video today.
Yeah. I really have to get it together, but it's not always easy.
So do you have well, you obviously have a Zoom account. Do you pay for your Zoom account or is it a free Zoom account?
I pay for it, but mainly because I forgot to not pay anymore because yeah. But maybe,
it's like a gym membership, right?
Maybe now that Ecamm has these features. I mean, a while ago I did a show where I had too many guests for Ecamm. It was limited to 4 back then, and I had to integrate Zoom, and it was really messy. And now it is all nice and clean. And I mean, nice and clean, especially for other attendants on Zoom. I mean, it was for the stream quality. It was okay to do some screen capturing, but then the attendees on Zoom they didn't get to see what is going on, and now it would be so much easier. So.
Yeah, I see what you mean. So because the Zoom participants were almost in their own little group, where they didn't see what was going on in the live stream. So I mean, it's pretty well integrated now. Obviously, you can see you and I side by side, and all the comments coming in. And
and the good thing is I also see a live picture of me, because as an Ecamm guest, you see your own picture delayed, and
that's right.
Throws some people off.
Yes.
And now I see myself in the scene, and I see myself in the live Zoom feed, and so. If I get distracted because it's not reacting at the right time, I can look on the other camera.
Yeah, that is a little bit distracting for people, and that seemed to be the issue even when the recording was going on, I was seeing myself a little bit out of sync as well, and it sort of got progressively worse. I'm not sure what's going on there, but hopefully that'll be fixed. But the interesting thing is with this integration now, so you'll have the ability once it goes live to have up to 8 Zoom guests come in, but you can also have still 10 guests via the interview mode. So technically you could have 18 people coming in. I think that would blow the system up, actually. It'd blow my system up. I don't think it would cope with that.
Yeah, but, and then there's also the question, is it feasible to... What are you trying to show for the audience if you have that many?
That's right. That's right.
But of course, it works as a hybrid. You can have everyone in Zoom having real-time feedback, no delays, ready to go. They can check how they look themselves, and then when you meet them on screen, you get them in.
And people are very familiar with Zoom, aren't they? So
so makes it much easier. Yeah.
So Keith is asking me, how many more hours do I need to reach my 4,000 hour goal in 365 days? I think, Keith, when I last looked, which was a while ago, I think it was like 300 hours, something like that. So people have been kindly watching, and I know you've been trying to help me out with that as well. So that's really nice. I mean, what happens when you become monetized by YouTube? You get 25 pence a year from them for a show or something? Is that how it works?
I mean, you could turn on the fan funding, I guess. Do you have enough hours for that then already? I think.
I don't know. How does that work then? Sorry.
Yeah, wait. You need.
I'm all learning here.
You just need 500 subscribers, you have that, and you just need 3,000 watch hours. So you already have that, I guess. Then.
Yeah, so I've got the 3. Okay. Yeah, I think I've got something like that.
Yeah, and then you turn out on fan funding, and people can make super chat, super stickers, memberships, all the nice. Because I agree. I mean, if you just barely get your hours in, and then are hoping to get big advertising money, that will probably not happen. I mean, there is a reason why they have those requirements, is because people would only get disappointed to get practically nothing.
Well, that's
but the fan founding could be a nice thing, because now if you want to do that, you need to bring them to different platforms like Patreon or ForceRoll or something like that, and that's a much more hassle. And if people just are on YouTube and they can press super chat, pang, or membership,
right,
and it's really easy to do. So yeah, you should probably apply for that if you have 3,000 hours.
I'll take a look. And you've done all this right before, is that right? You've already done your.
No, I have. So what do I have? I have 238 subscribers, and I have 476 watch hours. So, but yeah, he's already said I let him down. So yeah, I guess I need to make videos in order to get subscribers and watch times.
Maybe. I mean, maybe that's typically how it would work, right? I think.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. And I mean the streaming is not optimized for that, so it's
right.
Streaming is really for core community people who somehow got to know me somewhere,
right?
Because then you have if someone already cares about me, then streaming is fun. But
yes,
if you just like our stream here, if someone knows us, maybe it's interesting what you're talking about. But if a random person stumbles on this stream, what would be the value? I mean, yeah.
I have no idea. You're right. Yeah. Keith said he's earned 23.
Yeah,
in 5 months.
That's the reason. I think the main reason they really say you need a minimum amount of subscribing watch hours, because it's not. Who cares about? Yeah, I mean, it's nice if you give me $20. I say thank you, but if I think, okay, what did I put into the amount of work on YouTube? Then,
to get that.
Keep your $20. Thank you very much.
It's a sort of a risk reward, isn't it? How much time and effort have you put into this to be able to earn $20?
And so I think if it's a small amount, then it's really important for you to do it for some other reasons than the money.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
But I think fan funding, if you have people who want to support you, that could. So $20 should be made pretty easily, or £20 with that. I mean, a super chat here, one there. And
it's not a crazy amount,
you make a fun little animation. Or I know Marilu makes a fun voice.
Oh, does she? Okay.
Just give she does. Just give people something fun. I mean, you could also do a dance. I don't know if that's up your alley.
Well, whatever it takes to get the memberships up, right? That's the thing.
Exactly.
So my Creative Amplifiers co-host Mark is going to join us in a moment.
Nice.
But Keith has got a good point. I mean, he does pay for his Canva subscription, so you could make a little bit of money and do that. One pays the other, right?
It's nice. I mean, it's always nice to have it. But if someone has the big dream, I get 1,000 subscribers, or I get 2,000-3,000 subscribers, and then I don't have to work anymore. Will not happen like that. So you need really, really big numbers, or you need some other income streams. I mean, if your channel is blowing up, you can do sponsorships and things like that. But just because you get monetized doesn't mean you'll be rich the next day.
No, and you're right. The multiple streams of revenue is the way to do it. So you're building a small community on one platform, and then you're leveraging other platforms and so on. Let me just admit Mark to this. Hello, Mark. Oh, he's joining us on. Welcome to the other Zoom party, Mark. How you doing? Nice to see you.
Hello. All good. All good.
I'm going to try and assign you, because lots of things have been fixed apparently. So you are going to go into placeholder number 2, which would be camera E. And if I press this to guest button here, boom.
Ta-da! It works.
It works.
Hallelujah.
That's pretty good.
Nice.
And now, Neil, do you have a possibility to spotlight that so the stream image gets a bit bigger? Or?
I will. So now I've got 3 people in there. I will spotlight for everyone, and
yeah,
boom.
Perfect.
There you go.
Perfect. Yeah, that's the magic.
So let me just zoom this camera in a little bit here. So how you doing, Mark? Thank you so much for joining. I wouldn't sort of trying to pressure you and say, please join. I need people. Well, I was just going to go live anyway and see how it works.
It's fine. I've just done dinner for my daughter.
Okay.
Just deciding what to do for the evening. Might go for a walk, and then it was like, hey, I've got the option of being on with you guys. So what else could I possibly do?
Yeah.
So you're going for a walk then, yeah?
Exactly. Yeah. And it's been good. I'm off.
So just to let you know, Mark, they when I say they, Ken and Glenn have been working all weekend on various fixes and things, which is fantastic. And apparently they fixed, the 2 issues that we noticed. One, the out of sync issue. They saw that, was able to replicate it and fix it. And then the other one is the camera placeholder issue where it was all sort of jumping around.
Yep.
So can you just tell me one of the workflows that you did whilst we were on the Creative Amplifiers show that you had to, that didn't work for us when we were testing? Because I know we tried so many different things, and I know you ended up actually dragging from the camera switcher into the scenes. Now, what I've just done is what was supposed to happen before, is where I've just set all the placeholders with with letters in the camera switcher. So the AB tab is assigned to various guest numbers, and then I've just plopped you in as you come in. So that wasn't working properly, was it? I don't think.
No, that's what we tried to do, because we knew so many people were going to come on. So we thought if we planned all that in advance, I could just allocate each person as they came into Zoom. And then I could also mess around to make sure that all the cameras are looking good, and I could adjust it if need be. But because that wasn't working, I just added them into Ecamm from Zoom. And then it was a little bit potluck because I had to drag and drop them in, and then sort of during preview mode, sort of trying to adjust it as best I could to make sure it was going to work.
Yeah. Okay.
Whereas, of course, if the placeholders were already in place, then you can sort of do that in advance, which would make life easier. So if that's working now, then that's
it seems to be. I'm going to see if I can try and move you around. So if I go to guest 3, so I've got 3 guests, I'm going to put you in guest 3 instead of guest 2. So if I just do, I have to remove you from cameras, and then I'm going to add you, and then but can I? Oh, I can assign a place. I didn't have to do that. I can just assign you now as guest 3. And there you are. And that's camera F. And that moves around. That's fantastic.
Perfect.
So we just try that with Marcus.
Jumping around.
Around. There you go. We're just moving around there. That works well then. Okay.
So is it something to do with the spotlight? The kind of speaker mode, was it something related to
yeah, so that the active speaker mode, which is really bizarre. I don't know whether you've seen this, Marcus. So you know in Zoom where you've got the active speaker, so anybody that starts talking will pop in. So you can actually do that in Ecamm as well. So I could potentially make guest 1 now the active speaker, which is going to get trippy. So let me see.
Can test that.
Let me see if I can. I don't even know if I've enabled it, but let me just do camera.
We tried it. It was really cool because we had small people around the outside, and then as everyone started talking, they just flash into the middle, and then
that's right.
They go out again.
But it is a bit. I've got this enabled. Let me just hit preferences. There's a new little toggle for it. Hang on. Include a Zoom active speaker camera. Boom. So I've done that. Oh. And I see that automatically my camera switcher. And then if I assign guest 1 as the active.
Now I speak. Yeah, it works. Ta-da!
Hey,
It's magic.
hello. My turn. There you go.
We're all fighting for, But you're right, you could make this... let me just turn that off a second because it will get a bit annoying. I'll just do none for now. Can I make it nothing? That's a good point. I'll make it to guest A, B, C, D, E for now. Oh, that's Marcus. Oh, I'm so confused. D. There you go. There you go. So Roy is saying they have a guest 1 but no guest 3, confused as I am. I'm so confused as well now, Roy. So that seems to work okay. What was the other thing? Because didn't we have some problems with the placeholders for comments? I'm not sure I think this is working now, actually. So if we go to a 6 guest up. Oh, why are you so small? What happened to you there? That's interesting. You are guest number 3. You are placed. Oh, F. I think what I've done. A, B, C, D, E. No, that's right. Oh, my bad. Zoom and pan.
Ta-da.
I must remember to not faff around too much with that. Oh, look at all these comments. Wonderful. Now you can see the comments in the Zoom comments, right? Let me just bring those in because I don't know if they changed anything there. So in Zoom right now, you are seeing nothing. There's no meeting chat comments, right? Because you will never see the Zoom. Correct. Yeah, you won't see the YouTube comments coming back into Zoom. But if you did ping, thank you, Marcus. Now I get you from Zoom. Then everybody from Zoom is there. Great. So that works okay. And the placeholders are staying where they are. I did these, and I haven't actually been live with this particular setup. So it looks like the placeholders are staying where I expected them to stay.
Cool.
I don't know whether that's been fixed or not, but that seems to be okay. And that's working as well. Wow. Okay. So things look to be good. Oh, sorry, Mark. Just
interchangeable.
How rude of me. Why is that? So I've got 2 guests. Let me bring you back into this one here. And just switch the placeholder back to guest number. Guest 1. That's you. Okay.
Now we're mislabeled. Well, it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah, that's right. No, we can't have that. What if I try and make you... Oh, I can't. That's interesting. There's no easy way of swapping you around here. I was thinking, so I
you just drag and drop us into the other one.
I could probably drag. Yeah, I could probably drag and drop. Let me just see. Let me just move this one out of the way. So if I would drag Marcus and put him in here. Oh, there you go. Yeah, that's easier. That's right.
Yeah.
That's
well, now it's
easier.
probably messed up your placeholder map because you dragged it
well, that's a good point.
or...
Let's have a see. So you are now placeholder. So yeah, it is. So it still swaps in the placeholder side. So you are still guest 1. So if I went to this guest,
yeah, next time you go to this other scene, you don't have the placeholders there anymore.
Yeah.
So I guess having so many options can get then confusing if you're not sticking to a strict plan.
It's interesting because when you drag and drop, in some ways it makes it easier because all you're doing is you've got this area for someone to come into.
Yeah.
So it's easy just to drag what you want into there, which means it saves all the planning. But like you've just demonstrated there, if you then have to move in and out scenes and you want to change something, then you get confused because then you can't do anything about it without really sort of resetting everything. So yes, I think that planning is key.
That's a good point. And
do you know what the syncing issue was? Does that mean it wasn't the fact that we managed to catch my Mac on fire internally or anything? It was
No, they seem to replicate it very quickly, apparently. So I don't know what the issue was. Typically, when I've worked on voice over IP type problems with big companies, it's been the packets have been either coming out of order or they're late or something like that. So maybe there was something, I don't know, in the network side of things that needed to be fixed, or it could just be something how Zoom is controlling that. Because you notice sometimes on Zoom calls, your voice will speed up. So, but you know, your voice gets sped up very quickly, and it's just because the packets are coming in out of order and they're trying to reassemble them at the other end, and it's trying to basically just catch up and resync. So I don't know whether that mechanism wasn't working or something. But yeah, your quality is really good. I was saying to Marcus that I spoke to David Paskin, Rabbi David, and he had a place left in his group for 1080p, and my Zoom was up for renewal last week. So he said, hey, if you want a place to get 1080p, then I've got a spot for you. So now I've been able to get a Zoom account with 1080p, and you are all both coming through on 1080p, and it looks really, really good for me.
Oh, nice.
Hello, Andy.
Very good.
Thank you for joining. If you'd like to join us, Andy, I'll put the Zoom call in the Slack so somebody could join if they wanted to. I don't know where my Slack is now. Goodness me, everything is going on. And I just wanted to let this run for a little bit, just to make sure that if there is any out of sync issues, we would catch it during the recording. Were you doing any ISO recording as well, Mark? I was curious. Were you doing anything else, or was it just the recording of the show?
No, because we talked about that, and I think we decided that because we were doing it, we were really hitting it hard in terms of the functionality, that we were just going to record the show. So I don't even think we did ISO audio either. I think we just literally recorded the show.
Just recorded the show. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Oh, Andy's busy at work right now. Everybody's at work. I keep forgetting it's evening. It's great for the rest of us in Europe. We can do what we want.
Exactly.
Actually busy. Does that mean that normally he's not?
Yeah, I think he's
but not busy.
Yeah, I think he's probably got something to do. Normally he's like, I'll join. It's no problem. I've just put in the Zoom Alpha team Slack message for Ecamm, so who knows? People might join, people might not, but it's all right. Just let it run for a little bit. So how are you doing with your podcast, Mark? You released one, was it today? Or last night?
Yeah, one went out today. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, one went out today. So they get released every Monday. So that goes through, well, it's been going on. I think today was 398.
Oh
so,
my gosh. Congratulations.
2 more to get to 400. Thank you.
Wow.
And then,
are you having a celebration?
And then I'm going to have a slight... Kind of. I'm going to take... I'm releasing in June and July, and then August I'm going to take off, because I've stopped recording now, because all the ones I've got so far are batched. And I'm reorganizing my workflow and changing a few things in the back end. So I haven't done any recap shows or given... and it's sort of been the same thing week in, week out for probably about 18 months or so. So I thought what I'd do is I'll release some of the more popular episodes and do a little bit of a kind of a pre-introduction to them in August. And then start again in September with the new shows, and then with the new workflow, see how all that works, and just give it a little bit more focused in terms of the social media and stuff, and the way it gets sort of linked together with YouTube and that kind of thing, and make it all a bit more of a whole package from my end, really.
Do you think you'll be using Zoom as a mechanism now for bringing on guests in the future for your future podcast? Because you've batched a lot at the moment, right? But as you said, in September, that's when the live sort of type recordings start again. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah. So all the ones. So I mean, for those who don't know, historically, I first started using Ecamm when it was Call Recorder for Skype. That's how long ago, back in 2016. And then when Ecamm came along in its early form was when I got grandfathered into that sort of original thing, having been part of the company from before. And then so most of the audio was done through that way. And then in recent months, when I started doing the video, because I was doing live streaming before, so I didn't want the live stream to sort of take over the podcast. And then what I decided to do was actually I'd record the podcast in such a way that hopefully it didn't take away from the audio listeners only, but it gave a little bit of interest to those people who are going to find it on YouTube. So that I sort of tried to combine the two for those ones that I did. But I was using interview mode for that. And actually most people were fine with it, seemed to work pretty well. But yeah, I think there are 1 or 2 people who always ask for Zoom. And I think if I can sort of do it this way now. If it's going to be working that way, then that's probably the way I'll go for in September.
Oops.
But yeah.
Fantastic. Hello, Paul. Thank you for joining.
Oh.
Wow,
Hey,
we're honoured.
Paul.
We've got the Mr. Moderator joining us on this. Everybody is not aligned properly. I'm going to have to do that. So we're live streaming as well, Paul, just to let you know we're live on YouTube, as well as bringing in guests and doing all kinds of crazy stuff. So
I have to be good then.
You don't have to be. You can say whatever you want, sir. Anyway. Are we coming through loud and clear on this side? Is it all working for you? You're a little bit fuzzy, but you're starting to get better quality. I don't know what's going on there.
Do some checking.
No, that's interesting. So, okay. Oops, sorry, Mark.
Ooh.
That was unnecessary.
For everybody.
Right, I think we're good. I think we're good. I'll make mine full screen on this side. I don't make it full screen. Come on. Oh, that's my Ecamm for Live preview window. That's not going to work. That was the wrong thing. Okay, that's better. All right. So everybody looks like they're coming through loud and proud here. Andy says that he's terminating user accounts for users that quit. Always a fun job, cleaning up after people have left companies and things like that. Oh dear. So Paul, it looks like all the little quirks with the placeholders and things that we've just been testing seem to work swimmingly. I can place people in a guest particular placeholder and they're assigned in the AB camera switcher and they pop into exactly where I expect them to pop in. So that's fine. And I'm just letting it run for a little bit just to make sure that things don't go out of sync. Now you have all the control.
I'll do for myself. There.
You're a little bit quiet on my
Bounce
side,
me
but
around.
maybe that's just my headphones not turning up. I'm just going to turn the Zoom guest up a little bit.
So are you saying I'm coming in low?
A little bit low.
That's weird. Okay,
Is
let me
he
do
low
some
for you
things.
guys, or is it just me who's probably not turned my headphones up enough?
A little bit quieter to
Okay,
you.
I just changed something here. Because my gain on my Rodecaster is all the way up, almost.
Oh,
It's all the way to the top, and I'm at 90% in Ecamm.
okay. Oh, sometimes... Oh, but you're in Ecamm. You're not in... How did you join? Through Ecamm for Zoom?
Through Ecamm, yeah. You want me
Okay,
to come in the other way?
No. That's fine. I'm just wondering if because the audio settings should be disabled. But in your microphone, so in the Zoom audio settings, in your Ecamm for Zoom window, your input level still has a bearing on how loud your microphone is, I think. Even though Original Sound for Musicians is on, I think. I know Ecamm is saying that it's bypassing all the processing. So is your input volume slider all the way up or halfway down in Zoom or?
Checking. Because I'm going through the Rodecaster and I'm using virtual mic.
Yeah. But it was-
And I have no adjustment ability in Zoom for that.
Okay. That's interesting. Maybe it's just on my side then. Okay. That's fine. You sound better now.
It does sound better now than it was first
Okay.
of all.
Maybe it's figuring itself out. I'm going to... Okay. Does that change anything?
If you just speak into the mic and I can...
Did it make any difference this time, or is it still sounding the same?
Sounds a little bit better to me.
I noticed I had something high fidelity music mode turned on. I turned that off.
Okay.
Actually, I still have Original Sound for Musicians turned on.
Yeah, that's fine. We're getting no slapback or anything, which is good. And the
Okay.
sound It does sound really good from my side. Everybody sounds, well, we're all on decent microphones as well, so that obviously makes a big difference.
That helps.
And are you still using Crisp, Paul, within your, or are you just using the Rodecaster? Okay.
I use Crisp.
Right.
Because if I don't use Crisp, this is what you're going to hear. Did that change?
Oh.
Not a huge amount for me, no.
Okay, because I have my air conditioner running.
Ah,
Zoom
right.
may be doing something too.
Not sure. If Original Sound for Musicians is on, then it should be, yeah.
Yeah, it shouldn't do that.
No.
Usually it's a dramatic difference.
We have this whooshing noise in the background because of all the air going through. Let me just check your camera as it's coming in. So everybody's camera, so Mark is coming in 1080, Marcus is 1080, and Paul is 1080. So everybody is
Ta-da!
decent quality, which is
super
good.
crisp.
Yeah, it should be really good. And I'm streaming this at 1440p, so not full 4K, but it should still be decent. I'll soon find out when I play it back. But yeah.
Looks good.
Yeah, it sounds good from here, and I've spotlit everything as well. So this is exciting. So I think they've fixed a lot of things. I don't know what all the other fixes were, and I know there was a slew of them. I don't know if there's anything else to test. And when I spoke with Mark before, we did have some problems. I've always had some problems with comments coming in the right place. But if I just bring these comments in, the placeholder seems to be holding up. So I'm not got any problems with that. Cameras, I can see everything's working. The active speaker is also working. I can see it in my camera switcher. That seems to be behaving itself. I guess I could look at the activity monitor to see memory on my side.
So they fixed the audio issue going out of sync.
Mm-hmm.
Large meetings, which this one doesn't quite classify as that.
This is as big as it gets.
Short. And the memory leak issue. Yeah, they were doing a bunch of stuff today.
Yeah. Well, my Ecamm for Zoom is just... I've got Ecamm Live Beta and Ecamm Live Zoom. That always confuses me with the processes. But the Ecamm Live Beta is just sitting happily at 3.6 gig. And the Ecamm Live Zoom piece is sitting at 900 meg. So it's just sitting there, chugging away. And I'm just using a Mac Studio M1. I mean, it's not even the M2. And it's fine. 32 gig of RAM. And so on. And Mark, are you coming in via Ecamm for Zoom or just regular Zoom?
I'm on virtual. So I just joined through your Zoom link. But I've got Ecamm open because I'm coming through on the virtual mic and virtual cam. Ah,
okay. But you're coming through the Zoom client and using virtual cam or virtual mic, not the Ecamm for Zoom. That gets really confusing as well. Let me just try and see the Stream Deck icons. See if that works. Stream Deck plugins. Because I might be able to change that. Where has it gone?
I'm excited for everyone getting the chance to use this now. It's going to be... You sort of get used to it if you've been in the beta bunch, but...
This is, I believe, the largest beta testing, people testing it that we've ever had.
Wow.
There was well over 1,000 people
Wow.
that had downloaded it.
Okay, that works. I'm going to raise my hand for no reason. Sorry. Stop video. Just check that. Okay. I'm just checking all the Stream Deck buttons still work. Speaker.
The coffee works.
So I'm switching between speaker. So when I switch between speaker view and gallery view, what do you see now in your Zoom window?
I still see gallery.
Do you see, I mean, do you see the Ecamm production, or do you see like a mixture, do you see the four of us together in like a in a gallery Zoom view. Sorry.
I think I'm seeing it in Ecamm.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's really
perfect.
Ecamm.
Yeah, okay. So it's just switching. I was just trying to work out in my head whether the gallery speaker toggle switch on the Stream Deck plugin changes it. It just changes it for me. It's whatever's in my... I should know this. I only did a video on it yesterday. But I've slept since then. So that works fine. Yeah, so Marcus, there's even a Stream Deck plugin now with 14 actions specifically for Ecamm for Zoom. So you can control Ecamm for Zoom now via the Stream Deck, which is what I'm doing. Just, raising a hand and muting audio, and I could mute all your guys'
definitely
audio.
need to go and check that out sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't actually going to be in until a dot release, and they decided to add it in early.
I just can't believe how much they've managed to do in a very short space of time. And all these, little quirks that I only told Glenn about the quirk on sort of Friday, and it's fixed, yesterday, I think, right? And released today. So they're just, they're just machines.
Should we say thank you to their families, who they probably haven't seen?
Yeah, we should say thank you to their families. Yeah, absolutely. We'll send them some merch.
I think it was Ken that actually kind of took some time off over the weekend because it was a family reunion. Or there was something going on.
Oh, wow.
So they kind of worked around a few things.
That's incredible.
It is amazing.
Just by saying that, they managed to work around things and still get their releases out. It's just so dynamic. It's crazy. But this is
I think what I find amazing.
Go ahead.
They have this. They have such a great understanding of, obviously it's their thing, But even as though we were sort of talking about things, you can see them already thinking about what they need to do and what bit of code and what thing they've changed, which might have made the difference from the previous version and all that. So I think having, such a hands-on approach to it all just means that they can really, really do those fixes with real sort of knowledge rather than,
and the
sending
trick
out to the world.
The trick with them about feature releases is if you tell them how something is extremely complicated to do and you would like an easier way to do it, that's frequently where they start pulling in those things, because somebody says, well, I have to go through this and push all this or do all this to make this happen. And they're like, okay. Next thing you know, there's a fix. We added this little feature.
I mean, it's incredible how they can just simplify these really complicated workflows. I don't know how, they're just really good at what they do, obviously. I'm just going to give you proper placeholder names because it just feels awful. Can't call Paul guest 4.
I was updating some documentation over the weekend, and it referenced, the beta and all this stuff. And so I was kind of updating it to say that, as of such and such a date, it's now available. And I told Glenn, I said, I think maybe we should keep these because, not everybody's going to have, the ability to go live in Zoom, like, with the Ecamm for Zoom.
Right.
And he says, well, yes, that is true. He says, however, you do have to have a pro account to have the virtual camera. And it's like, okay, never mind.
Right. Yes, that's true. Yeah. So you need the pro account, don't you?
Minor.
Yeah.
He said, I forgot one minor little detail.
Because everybody would be like, yes, we could just get the lower end tier version and get Zoom. Yeah. But that's good. But the good news is, I mean, you don't need to have a pro level Zoom account to get it to work. Exactly. I mean, you could just use the free 45-minute Zoom account. It'd be fine. And I didn't realize as well that, I think it was David that said this, and I might have mentioned it before, that if you three had a free account right now and you were coming into my Zoom, which is a business account now with 1080p, you would all come in at 1080p, irrespective of what your plan is, which is really good. So it's all dependent on the host. So whoever you're joining in terms of a meeting, that's really good. I never even knew that. So
is that different than Zoom itself, which normally goes to the lowest common denominator?
No, I think it's the same. I think it only goes to the lowest common denominator if they're coming in via a phone. Or something like that. So I think it is if you have a decent Zoom account, then anybody that's coming in to that account, as long as they're requesting or you're requesting, sorry, the highest resolution from the camera, then if your camera can support it, I mean, some people might not have a camera that can support that, right? So that's where it starts to get low quality. But yeah, so I was surprised at that. So that's good for workshops and things where people can just join from anywhere with a free account.
Are you looking at your Zoom statistics at the moment?
I can.
Yeah, check, because I'm going to come in. I'm going to trigger my phone to come in and see if things drop.
Oh, that's a good idea. Let me just do that. Okay. Yeah, so everything's swimming at the moment. Yeah, I'm ready. Let's just break it for me, Paul. Okay, I'm going to admit you. Where did you appear? Oh, there you go. Yeah. I have to admit you first. Now you're popping into Zoom. So we're still sitting at 1920 by 1080, and then I'm just going to add you to the Ecamm production. You might have to go on mute or something. I'll assign you to placeholder number 4, and then I'm going to bring you in to, I don't know, 6 guests, just for giggles. Okay, and let me check your phone then. What is your phone coming in at? Your phone is coming in at 720p. So your phone's coming in at a decent resolution, and the statistics are still showing me I'm sending 1920 by 1080 and I'm receiving 1920 by 1080. Which is not what I expected. So
it didn't lower stuff, which is good.
no, exactly. Somebody you might know there, Marcus?
Hi,
in to say hello?
baby. Hi, welcome. You found me here.
So you've got a decent phone though, Paul. You're saying yours is a iPhone 15. I bet if we brought in an Android, it would all go. No, I'm not saying that. But if I,
But why?
Yeah. Pardon?
But why?
Why bring in an Android? Or
Yeah, well, that's the point. Yeah, why? Exactly. Yeah, it's sitting pretty here at 1920 by 1080. What's your stats showing you, Paul? Just out of curiosity.
on my for my computer, it's 1920 by 1080.
Okay. This is the most amount of guests I've ever had on this production. Good old Starlink, keeping us going.
It's good to know, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
And how many actual screens have you got? Not monitors, but screens. Because that was the thing I found when we were streaming the other day, is that I had Zoom, the Zoom window open, Ecamm open, and then when I was doing preview mode, I had the program window in the preview mode open. And then you just end up with lots of versions of lots of things, and that's a little bit of a mind.
It's a bit crazy
thing to get around.
I can show you. Let me just go to my.
Go
ahead, Paul.
You would be hard pressed to run this on a laptop.
Yes,
unless you're very organized.
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Let me just do NDI camera here. Is this going to work? This is probably not going to. This is probably going to.
I have 332-inch monitors, and it's like I wish I had another one.
So these are all my windows right now that's open. So this is one monitor, and you can probably see that I've got the Ecamm for Zoom production messages going on, and then on my little iPad at the bottom here, I have to put the chat somewhere else and the camera switcher. It's just too much going on, and then there's the Elgato monitor. So there's a lot going on at the moment. Let's put it that way.
Nice.
But it all seems to work.
Yep.
Okay, guys, I'll jump out.
No problem. Thank you, Marcus.
Fun hanging out. Thanks. Bye.
Thanks a lot. Take care, Marcus. Thank you. Bye. Bye. So that ended easily. Let me go to 3 guests again. Okay. Can I reassign you, Paul? Let me do assign to placeholder guest 2, and you should pop right there. Look at that. It's like magic now. It works seamlessly. So that works well. I don't think there's
alias.
anything. Say again?
I said I'm going by my alias.
Oh, yeah. This week, you'll be mostly known as Marcus.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else to test. I mean, I don't typically do screen sharing, but nothing was changed there. Can you think of anything, Paul, that I should try?
Offhand, I looked at the list and everything seems to be. I think we've caught everything.
Oh, good. Thank you for joining. The quality's surprisingly good at this end. Impressed. Yeah, so the quality's pretty good. I mean, with Zoom now, obviously we're not trying to do crazy screen sharing and stuff, but in terms of video quality, well, let's just bring in another 10 guests via interview mode, Paul, and see what happens.
Really?
I don't think I want
do
I
eight.
want
Do
to
8
that.
through Zoom and 9 through interview.
Yeah, that's right. Is it 10 or 9? I think we can get 18 in total, right? Something crazy, some crazy number.
Yeah, you can have. Yeah, you're right. 10 guests on Ecamm and 8. So yeah, 18 plus you is a lot.
I think I only have one scene where I have 7 guests. No, I don't even have that one. Hang on. I think I have that. That's the maximum.
I mean, I tell people, I said the trick is what's going to break first, Ecamm or you, with all the guests.
Well, Mark did an amazing job with Creative Amplifiers the other day, where you were just having to. I don't know how you managed to get that going, but I do appreciate it. And you didn't even break a sweat. I was really surprised.
It's that usual swan thing, calm up top and pedaling like a million miles an hour under here. But we should do our first game once it's been released is to have multiple streams going on different channels and bring in as many guests as you can, and the stream with the most guests at the end wins.
Oh, that would be crazy. I would like to try the 18 guests at some point, but my machine would not cope. But I'm not doing any isolated video recording or anything right now. It's just recording the Ecamm production, so I didn't want to go crazy. Do you know what resolution is it up to 1080p then? Ken was saying you can get 1080p feeds from Zoom as an isolated recording right now. Was that right, or was that just the cameras? I can't remember what we come in at.
Trying to remember.
I wonder if I should just go crazy here and just turn this on. This could be a really bad idea. If I disappear, thanks for joining.
Everything just melts. Yeah.
Interview and Zoom guest. I wonder if I can do this right now. I've turned it on.
Do you smell anything?
No, we're still going. We're still going. I'm not actually sure if it kicks it in automatically. I guess it does as soon as you hit that checkbox.
I think yeah, it does.
Let me check then. And then I'll let you guys go. I really appreciate you turning up today. Movies, Ecamm, recordings.
I did see one report. Somebody, Kat was mentioning that it changed her fonts that she had set up to Helvetica.
Oh, no. All my overlays got weird fonts. So the chat, for example, I think is set to something silly like Courier. You can see it's a weird font. And then the top one is Bangers, which is not a default font. And that's still in my font book. I think she said in a later message something about maybe it wasn't in her font book or it got removed. Or I don't think it was anything to do with this, though. But I'm not sure.
Well, we had that as well, didn't we? Because when you sent the profile over to me, I didn't have a font that you had. Was that right? And then it came in a bit weird. It came in a different size, didn't it? And then we redid it.
Yeah, that's right.
Now she's looking for somebody to come on her stream.
I'll come on. We could bring all this. No, I'm just kidding. But I can come on and help her. I can stop this stream now, and so on. And we'll go from there. Well, thanks very much. This has been really good, and it's working well. I'll let you know what the resolution is on the recordings, but we'll do some testing. And Mark will be in touch, and I will have seen you very soon, in just over a week and a bit, which is cool.
Yeah, cool. Looking forward to it.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in a bit. Take care.
Okay.
Thanks.
Bye.